Hello, my name is Abdelatif Abu Alia. I am a developer at DHIS2, and I want to show a new approach for integrating generative AI into DHIS2. This new approach is what I call it context-aware agentic AI. So it is context-aware because, for example, when I open anything like, for example, this chart, it already extracts the metadata related information for this chart or any page from the URL. So, and you can see it here. So for example, if I ask it, just explain this, it will load the visualization detail tool, and it will just give me information about it. So this approach is much more efficient and much more powerful because it already has all the context. For example, if I wanna ask it to compare it to the WHO numbers, standard numbers, and I can just ask it to browse, so I can tell it how to so I'm asking it here just to tell me how do these numbers compare to the WHO standard numbers. So here we can see that it used the information here from the visualization tool. Then I browse the web and it gave me an answer. It can tell me which numbers are are good, which numbers are bad, based on the comparison with the WHO numbers. So this is one of the ways to use it. We can use it also for our maps. Let's go to, for example, malaria cases. Let's check this one. And I can just tell it explain the numbers in this map. So we can see that it has access to all the information already because it already has all the context, and it can give me just the details regarding this map. This is only one of the uses. It has much more wider use. For example, if I go to the capture app, and I want to use one of the programs, let's say this program. I just can search for any user. So I can, for example, tell me explain program structure. So it can explain the structure of this program, data elements, the stages, and the data elements in each stage. For example, I can ask it to list me all the program rules in this program. We can see that here it can call the API, so it will use the metadata related information, and it can just call the API and just give me the information related to this program. We can see here, for example, there are 17 program rules, and here it can lists them by the type of action here. This approach is much more powerful for multiple reasons. First of all, it's using agentic AI, so there are a set of tools that I can create and I can give it access to. So it can, for example, just extract. It already extracts and knows the context for the metadata related information, and then it can just call the API and find the needed information. Let's look at new way to use it. So if I go to programs, so I wanted to ask it to create a new program for me. So I'll tell it to create new program called test program. It should have 3 stages named stage 1, 2, and 3. In stage 1 should have 2 data elements named So just for the sake of example, I give it a request to create me a new program. It's called the test program. So we can see here that actually it loads the architect name metadata tool. It's pretty much a tool that it has the logic and the planning of how to do such requests. And we can see here that actually it did create the program I asked it to do. So I want to refresh the page. We can see here the program, the test program that you just created. If you go to the stages, we can see that it actually has the stages that I requested. If we go to stage 1, for example, we can see actually it did create the data elements. So this architect metadata tool, it has the logic and for the generative AI to tell it how to plan and how to think about creating such requests. So it knows, for example, that it first needs to create data elements, then the program, then the stages. So this is just this is my demo. This approach is very powerful. It has many use cases. We can just develop tools and just give it to the LLM, and it can do many tasks that we wanted to do. Thank you.